Mr. Bhojani to speak against the bill.
Thank you, Ms. Speaker. Members, I don't often come on the front or back mic to give long remarks, but today I feel it's important to share my perspective with this body. So I humbly request for your patience and careful consideration of this important matter. I understand the intent behind SB 17, protecting our state from foreign adversaries seeking to exploit our land for surveillance or harmful purposes is a serious concern, and it's crucial we address those risks thoroughly. And I appreciate the work that went into this bill, and special thanks to Chairman Shaheen and Chairwoman Button for protecting those lawfully present in the United States. While that's a step forward, unfortunately, the core of this legislation remains rooted in exclusion. My job, like all of yours, is to fight for my constituents. And that means speaking up when a bill has consequences that could deeply impact our districts, especially when it may unintentionally affect those who pose no threat to our state. I represent one of the most diverse districts in the state. At Trinity High School, over 70 languages are spoken. My district is home to immigrants, business owners, doctors, engineers, teachers, many of whom came here for the same reasons my family did, to pursue the American dream. And for generations, owning a home has been central to that dream. Members, I'm an immigrant, and I'm saying this from personal experience. I was raised on 3 continents. When we came to America, my family experienced a deep financial crisis. I worked long nights at gas stations, mopping floors, cleaning restrooms, and stocking shelves. But I kept pushing forward. I built a life, became a small business owner, a real estate attorney, a city council member, and now a state representative. And I did it by believing in the values of this country and of this state: hard work, fairness, and the opportunity for all. SB 17, as amended yesterday, risks turning those values upside down. Here are some of the outstanding issues I believe that we must be addressed. Number 1, the lack of a homestead exemption, originally included in the Senate version, is deeply concerning, as it prevents hardworking individuals who move here and make Texas their home for having the opportunity to fully establish their roots. Immigrants already contribute significantly to our economy, with residential real estate alone accounting for $3.7 trillion in purchases, a critical pillar of our economic stability. As we learned during the Great Recession of 2008, a weakened real estate market can have devastating ripple effects. Number 2, the amendment reducing leasehold interest from 99 years to 1 year creates uncertainty for developers and investors, potentially drying up new housing projects. Number 3, the requirement that a country be on the annual threat assessment list just once in the past 3 years instead of all 3, as the Senate originally proposed. It injects massive volatility into our real estate market. A country could be added and removed in cycles, creating chaos for families and investors alike. Number 4, while the as-filed version of the bill made important progress by removing criminal penalties, the amended version reintroduced the excessive penalties and vague enforcements, repeating federal rules and punishing too broadly instead of focusing on proven security measures. Especially concerning is the lack of the statute of limitations, which could lead to lasting legal consequences. Number 5, the governor's authority to unilaterally add countries to the list is dangerously vague. The bill says the governor must consult with certain agencies, but it doesn't specify how, with whom, and what level of scrutiny is acquired. Does firing off a few text messages now qualify as consulting with state agencies? The answer is we don't know. And that should certainly concern everybody in this body. Number 6, let's consider the enforcement burden this bill places. Members, I'm a real estate attorney and I work in the title insurance industry. So I wonder if our industry could be burdened with enforcing parts of this bill. Real estate transactions often involve multiple investors from all over the world. Are title companies and escrow officers now expected to verify every buyer's immigration status? Will they have to ask every buyer, are you legally present in the United States? What happens if they miss something? Are they legally liable? Members, title company staff are some of the most diligent and hardworking people I've worked with, but they're not trained immigration officers. Asking them to determine someone's legal status is impractical and unreasonable. Number 7, as a real estate attorney who works with many investors from all over the world, I want to share another perspective with you. Foreign investment has helped build the Texas we know today. Texas has gained popularity due to lower property taxes, strong job growth, and no state income. Members, this bill does not provide regulatory certainty for foreign direct investment in Texas. We already have a federal body that thoroughly vets foreign transactions. It's called the Committee on Foreign Investments in the United States, or CFIUS. Yet, under this bill, foreign investment transactions could be subject to indefinite review with no clear timeline for the Attorney General investigations. This is counterproductive and ineffective. Unchecked power to launch politically motivated investigations driven by xenophobic comments instead of credible evidence will erode predictability in the marketplace. What does that do to the Texas as the #1 destination for foreign investments in the United States? This will have a chilling effect on those transactions. And by not deferring to CFIUS, we're essentially saying we don't trust the federal government, even though the very list this bill relies on for covered jurisdictions is produced by the federal government. Do you all see the inconsistencies here? We're undermining a proven federal process while claiming to protect our state. Members, shutting the doors for foreign investments without clear and narrow limitations jeopardizes our standing as a premier place to do business. This bill threatens to undermine the very economic stability we claim to protect. Now that I've laid out the drawbacks of this bill, I want you to know that there are solutions here. I, too, am concerned about the foreign adversary coming into our state and harming us. So let's narrowly tailor this bill to apply within a 25-mile radius of a military base or critical infrastructure in our state. That's where national security is truly at risk, not in every neighborhood, not in every county. If you're serious about protecting our state, we should focus closely on monitoring strategic assets like minerals, farmland, and the financial sector, not enacting vague laws that invite confusion and ineffective results. Colleagues, I urge you to think not just about the policy on paper, but about the message we're sending across the state. Are we saying Texas is open for business except to people who don't look or sound like us? Are we saying we support freedom unless it involves buying a home? Let's be better. Let's be precise. Let's be fair. Let's be the Texas I know. I respectfully urge you to reflect on your vote on SB 17 and think about the lives it will impact. Thank you, members and Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Wu in opposition to the bill.